For Jennifer Schulte, better known as Barbecue Becky. 1930s America. The second black migration brings a large population of black folk from the South to California. Suburbanization, redlining, and white flight leave Oakland almost entirely black 2012. Oakland is ranked the third most dangerous city in the nation and the most dangerous city in California. The reports fail to mention that among all of these corpses is the soul of a city that produces far more than just gunfire. Fail to mention the 400,000 hearts beating as one. Fail to mention one of the most unique places in the world. Instead, paint a picture of a graveyard drowning in its own blood. I go to a summer camp with kids from all across the nation, and every single one of them looks at me with horror when I say my city's name. Backtrack to January 2009. And Oscar Grant is killed by BART police while standing on a platform with 5 friends, and we are again reminded that we are not safe, even cradled in our mother's arms, even cradled in our city's arms, even in our own bodies. Fast forward a couple of years, and all 5 of Oscar's friends who were on that platform are dead due to gun violence, and now it is May of 2018. And I watch from my phone screen as a white woman tries to 911 call a black body into ghost where he stands, knowing how a badge and a gun will protect her from the consequence of her own tongue, knowing how a siren will strike familiar fear into black heart and calls not in spite of, but because of this, knowing that these streets are too used to swallowing our bones into the pavement, knowing these gutters are fiends off black blood and calls upon what she believes to be the blue angel of death to feed the lake, yet another black corpse, and still there will be more to take after the funeral, and she knows this too. White tears stream out her eyes like an offering to the crows, a temptation before she calls out the feeding cry, yells out harassment like the wolf who cried sheep because she knew the rest of the pack was right behind her waiting, closed her eyes and waited for the vultures to come, had the nerve to call it her park, her lake, had the audacity to claim a city she didn't know, had the audacity to look at her reflection in the water and think that this was all that was there, to think there was nothing further than herself. And I watch as my lake opens its jaws and devours her, teaches her what is just beyond the surface ripples of her lake, and 3 days of black protest fill the air with barbecue smoke and music and twisting, dancing bodies that are just trying to forget the feeling of being othered in their own home. I wonder if Jennifer ever read about Carolyn Dunham, the white woman who lied about a black boy's whistle until Emmett Till was beaten, broken, and drowned. I wonder if Jennifer thought Carolyn something of a hero. I wonder if Jennifer thought herself something of a hero. Following in the steps of her foremothers, I wonder if Jennifer knows how many black men my city lays to rest every year. I wonder if Jennifer felt like the fulfillment of a legacy, if she finally felt like a part of my city.